Alright, hello everybody. It looks like we are live. It is like stupid hot in my house right now. It's been like 90 all day and it just won't go away. It won't go away. Alright. Alright, I got chat up. Hey, Saigan Cat's going live. Awesome. The alerts work. As tested by Sir Reginald. I think we're supposed to... Yeah, we're supposed to head back to the castle and talk to the king and queen. Move, guard. Move. Oh. Yes. There's a beautiful breeze that has just picked up. I've been putting off streaming for like the last hour because it's been so miserably hot. Roman Frank, hello! Well, you picked a good time to stop in because I am now live and I expect to be for a couple hours. This is Somnia Castle. Oh, it's you. Come on in. Welcome back, brave heroes. Oh, it's you. Hey, Thalcos, how are you doing? Doing good. Doing great, even. Fixing my headphones. Man, I need to get new headset. New headset. What? Ah, finally, you're back. Do you know where Captain Blade is? Yes? What? He and that woman made the return trip ahead of you? Well, they certainly aren't here. Wait, there's more? Murdaugh was King Somnus all along. Talk sense, will you? Are you serious? I am. Gah! I do not understand a single word you're saying. Did you sustain a head injury in the battle? I only know one thing for sure. They aren't back yet. Perhaps they stopped at an inn? Or took a detour? All we can do is wait. You'd best rest here until they return. Falco's got a copy of Dragon Quest Swords at Comic-Con. I like Dragon Quest Swords so much. That is a fun game, and I don't understand why there's hate for it. I don't understand why there's hate for any of the DQ offshoots. It's like people bought Dragon Quest Swords expecting it to be a mainline traditional RPG, when all you have to do is a tiny bit of research and look at the back of the case, and it's fine. Pit Dude, what's up? Why would I call your niece?
You said look at the back of the box and you'll be enlightened.
Oh, it's a Metal Gear Solid reference. Got it. One look into Ra's mirror transformed the young King Somnus into a mysterious woman named Apnea. Another look turned the dark tyrant Murdaugh into a second, much older King Somnus. Where could they be? And what of Captain Blade, who they both referred to as Rusty? Hey, Firewolf, did I have fun over the weekend? Yeah, it was a pretty good weekend. Went up to my parents' cabin. I actually got some reading done. I haven't read a new book in a long time. The last book that I read was 5 years ago, and it was Redwall, which I'd read a million times before, and it's just something that I can always go back to. 9 years ago, I read Galapagos. And this weekend, I was finally able to sit down and read Slaughterhouse-5, and it was excellent. It is definitely a must-read. His numerous questions answered, the Chancellor endured a long sleepless night. I gotta tell you, there's not much better than sitting out in the woods in the mountains reading Vonnegut. Well, I'm officially on my last nerve. We've waited all night with no word whatsoever. I have no other option but to consider them all missing. I implore you, search for their party in my stead. We had best keep this situation secret from the rest of the castle for the time being. Hey, what's going on here? Didn't the king say he had a reward waiting for us when we got back to the castle? And then he heads for the hills when we come to collect. Do you think he's playing us for suckers? No, Carver. You're wonderful, but stop talking. I like you, Saigan, but sometimes I just don't get you. You're too trusting and everything like that. It could get you in real trouble someday. No one wants to talk because we're inside? Okay, fine. Let's go outside so we get a clue as to where we're supposed to go. Oh, okay. Wait, that's it. I think I get what's going on. The king told us to come to his castle, right? Well, I don't think he was jerking us around. He was talking about his castle. You follow me, Saigan? I do. 0 FPS, hello and welcome to the stream. Mr. E, you as well? Hee, I knew you'd understand. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. Oops, nope, we can't get out this way. Oh my god, somebody turn off the heat. I got a breeze going, like, as soon as I started the stream, and it has gone away again. That's disappointing. It's so disappointing. Wait, I have this little desk fan here. I don't think you guys will be able to hear it. Let me know if you can. Oh, that's something at least. I reckon we better head off to the Somnia Castle in the world down below. I don't know why I'm making Carver Australian. It was also suggested to me that I go back to, I think it was Haggleton? And buy the shiny armor, or it might be in Weaver's Peak. We'll check Haggleton first. There was shiny armor. Breaking the boxes. Nope, that is an inn. Hey, do you know the way? How are you doing today? Oh my god. Shut up, Firewolf. Your sarcasm is not appreciated here. You know, I don't think it's here. It must be back at Weaver's Peak. Doing great. Yeah, it must be Weaver's Peak. Hey, Ty Hill. Sorry, short break for beer. With no puns, I get sarcasm. I don't know if I want to say that's fair, because that would just, like, give you free reign on future streams. Kayla Hiwatari, hello and welcome, and hello to you too, Kayla Hiwatari's mom. She's a real beaut, ain't she? That armor's enchanted, you know. Look, but don't touch. It costs 7,000 gold coins and is my shop's pride and joy. It's a real conversation piece. You interested? I am, actually. I have that dosh. Wait, you're buying it? Really? Oh, well, it's all yours. Saigan inquires the enchanted armor. Should have grabbed this before we went and fought Murdaugh. Woo! Okay, so I totally want to wear it myself because it's a huge upgrade, but we all know that Ashlyn is the one who really needs to be wearing it. I guess I'll put it on Ashlyn so she doesn't die. Again. Ashlyn. Just kidding. It's totally my fault that you died. Organize items. Everybody's non-essentials go into the bag. Sort the bag by type. So are you thinking by saying it's not fair, I'm somehow going to refrain from sarcasm in the future? I wouldn't want you to be able to use anything that I've allowed you to do. I wouldn't want you to, you know, expect that it's okay. I completely understand that I have no way of stopping you from being a sarcastic ass, but... Is that the dream world there? I don't know which place is real and which place is a dream yet, Marinanor. Also, hello and welcome. Also, don't tell me. Oh my god, it's so hot. Like, I have my hands on my desk, and they're sweating from contact with a desk. Who is messaging me and why? Can't possibly be important. Oh. Oh, okay. Lexiel's trying to get caught up on World of Warcraft stuff before the new expansion comes out, and she's just now doing the stuff on the Vindicar. Am I sure the desk isn't sweating? I can't be positive. It's hot enough yet. Have I played Lost Child yet? No, I haven't. Taylor Dent. No, you're not terribly late. We're only 12 minutes in. The only update from the last stream is that we went back to Somnia. To talk to the king and queen, and they weren't there, so we're going to check the Somnia in the other world. And that's it. That's where we are. That's all you missed. Yeah, I don't have AC either. Ooh, there's a breeze. Come on, keep that up. Let that rain move in. Let that rain move in. Please, I need it. I don't remember which way was down. Was it down here? Nope. If I stuck a bucket of cool water under my desk, the dog and cat would try and drink from it, and I don't want that. Nope, not up there either. I wouldn't recommend Lost Child. It uses the same engine as Demon's Gaze, but if you like Etrian Odyssey, it's decent, says RPG Nova. I haven't gotten to Etrian Odyssey yet. That's on my list for down the road. You know, I wonder if that big hole in the world that was near Haggleton is closer than going to, whatever the hell this other place is called. Shh! Don't tell me what to do. Don't give me any advice. You don't like first-person dungeon crawlers? I love first-person dungeon crawlers, RPG Nova. Hey, Corey Eckerberg, how are you doing today? So if I like first-person dungeon crawlers, it's probably worth looking into. I honestly think we need more of them. Bubble slimes. That was weird advice. Boomerang really showing its value right now. All right, let's throw ourselves into this giant chasm in the world. Breach, how are you doing? We got surprised by a group of sleeping monsters. Holy shit, Millie. Millie has apparently learned Bang at some point and felt the need to start using it by blowing up bugs. So, Breach, have you finished this one yet? I know you were playing it. Do I know the story past when I last played? I have gotten up to getting Nevin, and that's as far as I've been. Please, no spoilers. Better now. Finished my recording for the LP of this one this morning. Went in with all the items that were going to help my underleveled, underskilled ass survive. Left it in the bag. So that was a fun 2 hours. Oh, you beat it the first time back in January and wrapped up recording this morning. Nice. So what are your feelings on it, Breach? Like, without discussing any spoilers, this is the most divisive Dragon Quest game. Do you feel that it's deserving of the hate that it gets? Do you feel it's deserving of the praise that it gets? Or do you feel it's another Dragon Quest game that does a couple of interesting things? Yeah, the heat wave has been here, truth. It's pretty gnarly. The state's on fire again. My tree outside is shedding leaves like it's fall. It's been bad. The flock has taken on a new little lamb. Ashlyn, yes? How'd you know that? Is it written on my face or something? Yeah, there is no stumping Madame Luca. She is a dream seer. Knowing names is a piece of cake. Your journey goes well, yes? Yes? Say not a word. Madame Luca sees you acquired Ra's mirror. That must have been challenging. Of course it was. You don't need to see dreams to figure that out. Speaking of that, if you're such a grand mystic, why didn't you just tell us how to get the thing, eh? Ha-hee, your mouth is as big as ever, muscle man. Let's call it a night, yes? We can speak more tomorrow. You've slept a deep and dreamy sleep, yes? The best kind. So, let Madame Luca see... Yes, you traveled between the two worlds in a moor, and you got your hands on Ra's mirror. You've been through a lot, It's time for Madame Luca to tell you the truth about this world. Your keen young minds probably already worked it out, but the world you were in before was actually the world of dreams. This, on the other hand, is the real world. That was my assumption, but I'm glad to have somebody just spell it out. In the dream world, you were merely inhabiting the dreams of those living in this world. That is why no one was able to see you here in the real world. Well, no one apart from old Madame Luca, of course. Ha-hee. So is Madame Luca making sense to you? Yes. I think that it's the Dragon Quest skill system in its infancy, and that leads to a few very valid critiques. Good story. Boss battles get very formulaic. Both praise and hate are valid, but it comes down to their player and their expectations for it. Well said, sir. I can't wait to discuss better with you. You seem to have accepted your fate. Madame Luca was reluctant to explain the dream world before. Why burden you with the fear of disappearing, yes? Dreams can end at any time, you see, and with them, you. That is why Madame Luca held her tongue. I am getting out of this chair. I just want, like, a fan to sit on or something. Now that you know the truth, Madame Luca will cast a spell on you. The best spell she knows. Is there a reason your name is Gold now? I don't know. The spell will allow you to cross between the real world and the dream world anytime you desire. Now, please, close your eyes. Yes. And spellcast. There, it is done. With your Zoom spell, you can now fly between worlds anytime you like. Ah, such a mighty spell takes much out of old Madame Luca. She feels so drained. You'd best be off. Your world will just keep getting bigger now, yes? Yes! I think it's just Twitch being Twitch. I think that's a good guess. Hey, you let me in. Hang on, I know you lot. Aren't you the troublemakers who scammed their way into the castle? Yes! I thought as much. We've been waiting for you to make another appearance. March this way. Walk this way? Walk this way. It's you, the famed fakers. I hope you'll enjoy playing dress up in the dungeon. Hang on now. Thanks to your shameful shammery and flagrant flim-flammery, Captain Rusty has... Oh, are we just gonna go with him? We're just following him? We're just following him. We're just gonna go. We're not just gonna, like, charge up to the King's Chamber and be like, hey, we can solve this. No, no. Get in there. Chop, chop. No, that's not the way that I walked. King Somnus wants to grill you later to get to the bottom of why you would impersonate his son. Until then, you're going to sit there and think about what you've done. Carver, knock on the door. Carver. Oi, can you hear me? It's your new neighbor. So you were faking all along. I knew there was something dodgy about you lot. But what I want to know is how they managed to catch you. Don't tell me you just gave yourselves up. That is what the controls did. That was not me, sir. Also, I would like to apologize to everybody for my horrible Cockney. The door is locked and it doesn't look like any of the keys in the party's possession will open it. Carver. Oh. I heard the door. Let me out! I'm terribly sorry. I never should have locked you up. Please find it in your hearts to forgive me. When I told King Somnus that you were in custody, he screamed at me to bring you to him right away. I can't work out what's going on. Who in the world are you? There's no time for that. An audience with King Somnus awaits you. Freaking right, man. How many DQ games have you getting jailed now that I think about it? A party member gets jailed in 3. A party member gets jailed in 4. Do you get jailed in 5? You're definitely doing this. I don't remember if you do in 7. You do in 8. You do in 9. 9 is actually a fairly long sequence of it. I don't remember about 10. You do in 11. Hey Saigan, do you capture this stream on a real DS or an emulator? I am playing on a real 2DS with a capture device installed to it by some little shop in Japan. I apologize for my guard's incompetence. It was not my intention that you should be incarcerated here. I have heard the tale of how you disguised yourself as my son, and yes, I see now that the resemblance is striking. Uncanny, in fact. In my dreams, too, there was one who looked like you, one who saved me. I have summoned you here to humbly ask you to enlighten me. I want to know the truth. In my dreams, I was Murdaugh. Then someone came before me, standing side by side with my queen. Was this really you? Yes. It was you, I knew it. Yet now you stand before me in the flesh. I no longer know where my dreams end and reality begins. Do they throw you into jail in 5? I remember that fateful day like it was yesterday. I was aboard our fleetest vessel. The time of the final battle with Murdaugh was at hand. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're a slave in 5 for a good portion, huh? Then, without warning, I was enveloped in illusions, engulfed in confusion. There's a song being written here. How I returned to my castle, I do not know. False imprisonment, untrustworthy chancellors, haughty religious figures, Yuji Horii, who hurt you? Breach, hitting the nail on the head. But when I awoke, no, it is too terrible to recall. I had somehow become Murdaugh. It was you who saved me from that nightmare. It is you to whom I owe everything. If it were not for your courage, I would still exist as Murdaugh. And as Murdaugh, I would still be inflicting untold pain and suffering on the residents of that dream world. I am sorry. I am still adjusting to this new reality. I must go outside to feel the cool breeze on my face. I have a request to make of you. Please come and see me outside. Where's the Chancellor? Where is your Chancellor? Where is he? 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 Is he not here? I'm puzzled. For all I've heard, it would appear that you are denizens of the dream world. But that simply cannot be the case. If you were from the dream world, I wouldn't be able to prod you like this and that. You see, you're as real as I am. You are indeed from this world, are you not? I don't know. Well, you may say that, but my scholarly intuition says different. My scholarly intuition, which I gained from poking you. Seriously, though, where did the Chancellor go? I need to shine the mirror of Ra on him, expose him for being probably a monster, and then defeat him! Wait, where did he go? I thought he said he was going to be outside. Oh, there he is. Didn't say outside where. Usually when a king says, I'll see you outside, he means the courthouse, not, southwestern wall A. Thank you for joining me. My only concern now that I am awake is, well, I'm sure that you can guess. It is Murdaugh alone who occupies my thoughts. Thanks to your courage, he's been banished from the dream world. But in this world, he's very much alive and well, and his power is growing. If we do not strike soon, this world will fall into his clutches. That is the thought that haunts me. Yet there's no cause for despair. We still have time. I do, however, have one request to make of you. I would like you to go in my stead and do battle with Murdaugh. Blessed as you are with the ability to travel between worlds, you may be able to withstand Murdaugh's illusions and trickery. Is this the one with Dr. Agon? No, that would be 5. Will you take on the heavy burden of this mission? The entire kingdom of Somnia will stand beside you. I'm going to sit on the floor now because it's cooler down here, closer to the ground. I'm delighted to hear it. I sense that you would not let me down. But I am afraid that we no longer have a ship capable of transporting our troops to the battlefield. Yet there is no cause for despair. Have you ever heard of the sacred village of Ghent? I have not. Devoted to serving the goddess, the people of Ghent possess a sacred ship known as the Providence. Go to Ghent and show the authorities this royal missive I have prepared for you. They will be sure to give you free use of the Providence. The sacred village of Ghent lies in the mountains to the north of here. I have ordered the checkpoint that guards the path to the northern mountains be opened. I wish you goddess speed. Oh, go down the stairs. Go down the stairs. I believe in you. You can do it. Saving the game. Okay, so I might have gotten past getting Nevin. I remember getting Carver's memories back. Yeah, I have no idea where the Chancellor ran off to. The Chancellor, or the Queen didn't say anything about the Chancellor. He probably dipped out as soon as the King and Queen were back. He's like, I gotta go. Take all these taxes I raised with me. On our way to a new town, we just walked back into Somnia. Monsters. Oh, wait, Millie, you don't need to be on Focus on Healing anymore. Carver, you don't need to be on Fight Wisely. Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Tactics. You. Show no mercy. You. Fight wisely. You. Fight wisely. Okay, there. Everyone's good to go. Ghent, the soldier at the checkpoint said it was pretty far north of Somnia, you know? Still don't know who I am. It's that I that he does. I don't know how that's supposed to sound. Was he Scottish in DQ Heroes 2? I don't know what they were aiming for. It's been a while since I played Heroes 2, so I can't remember his voice. We have received the order to allow you to pass from King Somnus. Mind how you go. Well, that'd be more of an A. And he'd be saying a boot. I don't think he's supposed to be Canadian. To get to the sacred village of Ghent, head east to the river and follow it north to the mountains. You'll find Ghent nestling just past where the river ends. The population there believes itself to be specially favored by the goddess. They're not, as always, easy to deal with. East towards a river. Mountains. Oh, here's a river. Follow the river north. A loathsome leak and a grim grinner. Man, I do not have fond memories of grim grinners. I seem to recall them being a pain in the ass in one of the games. Dragon Quest games from best to worst. That is a tricky one and something that I cannot do off the top of my head. I will give you the top 3 in what I believe is critically the proper order. Third from the top would be DQ8. Second place goes to DQ5. First place goes to Dragon Quest XI. Those are the 3 best ones looking at them from a critical perspective. from personal perspective, I wouldn't actually rate DQ5 as high. I would give the second spot to DQ8. And I'd probably rank DQ9 much higher. I feel that 9 fails in a lot of ways from a critical standpoint, but it's still a serviceable Dragon Quest. DQ5 has the best replay value. I disagree with that. I think that DQ5 has the most one of the more enjoyable stories to play through multiple times, but let's be fair, DQ9 has the best replay value. Or 10. Dragon Quest X has quite a bit of replay value as it's an MMO. I think that 7's great. I think that 7 is definitely in the top half of the series. The problem with rating them is that once you look at the best ones, 11 is clearly the best. The further you get away from the best spot and the further you get away from the worst spot, which critically speaking we have to give the worst position to 2 because of its unbalanced endgame, everything between 2 and 11 gets really muddled. Because even at its worst, it's a great series. See, my first time through Dragon Quest IX was entirely solo as well, and I still wound up enjoying it. Dragon Quest IX has the worst replay value to me because it's so freaking long. The main story is not that long. If you're talking about, which I know you are, you're talking about doing everything, then yeah, it is pretty long. Yeah, even a bad Dragon Quest is pretty good. I'll still defend 2's endgame in comparison to Mount Itoy and Mother 1. I don't know if it's because I was save scumming or what, but I didn't feel that Mount Itoy was that bad. Reviewing my previous sentence, it's probably because I was save scumming through Mount Itoy. Thank you, Goddess, for the grace you have bestowed upon me. When I hobbled into Ghent, I could barely muster the energy to get out of bed in the morning. Now look at me. I've got more energy than I know what to do with. Every day that passes, I feel a little bit stronger. I can't wait to go back outside and play. You'll play with me, won't you? Would I recommend getting Dragon Quest IX? See, 9 is another kind of divisive game in the series. Everything that people don't like about 9 is something that I liked about 3. 9 is absolutely at its best with multiplayer, but it's still very playable without it. Sweetie, aren't you supposed to be doing homework? Yeah, okay. Before playing 9, I would say play 3, and if you like 3, then you'll find 9 to be very similar in pacing and storytelling. The guy playing games scolds his girlfriend to do their homework. I don't have any homework, Truth. It is definitely better with friends. I really enjoyed playing through 9 multiplayer with everyone. It was a lot of fun, and it really raised my opinion of the game up. But when reviewing 9 as a critic, you really have to look at it as 2 different games. Are you playing it single player, or are you playing it multiplayer? Sounds like Sai needs to go get some homework. I'm never going back to school, man. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough. How is the storytelling in 9 compared to 7? It's weaker. It's absolutely weaker. The storytelling in 9 lacks a lot of the personality that the rest of the series has had since 4, because you make your own character and you make your own party. So you're not traveling the game with a party of characters. You're traveling through the game with a very customizable party of blank slates. And instead, you get all the character and storytelling from the NPCs. So it really depends on what you need. Do you need your party to be filled with characters to drive the story, or are you fine with your party consisting of adventurers who are experiencing others' stories? I don't think either is particularly wrong, but both are going to appeal to different kinds of people. Legend speaks of a divine steed that descended from the heavens and landed here in Ghent. Could this humble horse be a descendant of that sacred steed? I sincerely doubt it. Truth, it's my Let's Play, and I'll talk however much I want. I hear that our blessed elder tried to cure King Somnus without any luck. What's that you say? King Somnus is back on his feet? Well, there you go. The elder's prayers must have reached the goddess. Excuse me while I break your shit. Ah, seed of resilience. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it now. I have enough work experience at this point that I don't really see myself ever needing to go back to school. The armaments crafted in Ghent are each imbued with the divine grace of the goddess. Woe betide anyone who doesn't use them in the cause of justice and rightitude. Rightitude. Like, unless I was planning on, like, doing an amazingly drastic career change, like Perry is, where it totally makes sense because she's going from working on as like accounting work to programming. That's a pretty big jump. That's a big jump. I'm going from like help desk work to more IT, so. Do you think that I will resume my Let's Play of Dragon Quest IX? I don't know. So here's the thing with that. Kristen and Tom moved, so they're not in town anymore. Pat is finding it harder and harder to get down from Denver, and Reggie might be moving later this year. So I don't see us getting the band back together for Dragon Quest IX. Cautery sword! Oh, people were asking about doing more Dragon Quest IX. And I was like, well, Kristen and Tom moved. Pat's having a hard time coming down. Perry's in school, and you might be moving at the end of the year. So I don't see the Dragon Quest IX band getting back together. Yup. Why would I buy a steel broadsword when I could just save up and get a cautery sword? No. I do have some stuff. If all of that is happening, does it mean the Crystal Chronicles LP is doomed as well? It means that I need to rethink how I'm going to do the Crystal Chronicles LP. I might just need to, like, wander around and meet some new people. Wouldn't you be happier if I just got someone else to do Crystal Chronicles, Reggie? Instead of making you do Crystal Chronicles? No one should have to do Crystal Chronicles, is what Reggie's saying. He's so mad about it still. You know what will make you feel better about that ending, Reggie? I knew exactly where I was going. Oh my god. He knew. He's like, I'm not playing near. Like, Nier makes everything look better. I'm looking at Final Fantasy X and thinking, I bet I would enjoy this game a lot more now. I will give Yoko Taro that. He makes everything else look way better by comparison. We're going to hold on to that dancer's costume, because we need those style points later for a thing. Yeah, there we go. See, I haven't heard very positive things from Automata, from people that I, know directly in real life. And all of their complaints about Automata kind of mirror my complaints about Nier. The combat is cool, the music is awesome, the story is stupid. The people who say they want Yoko to make FF are nuts. Those people are terrible. Terrible. Please no. Like your opening to your vids, and if it wasn't for DQ9, you wouldn't have it. I would totally keep using it. As much as Perry hates that opening, but YouTube got rid of their editors, so I can't, just easily shove in openings anymore. I don't think that FF's popularity needs to come down. I think it's deserving of it, but I think that Dragon Quest is deserving of that level too. Who do I want to give a cautery sword to? Probably Millie? Carter already has the broadsword. Yeah, it's very clear that Yoko Taro is both self-loathing and he also hates his fans. He kind of reminds me of the guy who writes Evangelion in how much he hates the fan base. Which, if I was the writer for Evangelion, I would hate the fan base too. I look at Evangelion with some fondness. I think it's good. I don't think it's as deserving as the praise that it gets. Here you go, Millie. Have a new toy. I expect you to use that properly, by the way. If you don't, I'm going to take it away from you. How long have I been streaming? Like 6 years? Kupo Puff Puff. I think that's how I say your name. I really need to add a white border to that black text. But hello and welcome. Yeah, Eva was good enough to watch through once and go, wow, that was crazy. But I tried watching it through a second time and I got bored. Not what you meant? I know it's not what you meant. I've been streaming for 48 minutes. I'm just being kind of sassy. Gaze upon the sacred abode, for this is where our elder resides. A more holy man you will not meet. You can go in and have a poke around if you like, just don't rearrange the furniture or anything. Yeah, stuff getting aired weird Especially in that early age of anime where you were never really sure when things were going to be on. Really messed up shows like Eva when they were first coming out. I didn't see Eva until that first box set came out. Was it Pioneer? That was when I first watched it. What are my thoughts on Octopath Traveler? It looks amazing, and I'm killing myself over not having a Switch, but I can't afford one right now. The Blessed Nevin, the Chosen One, is taking his blessed time. Oh, dude, I've only watched the first episode of Fully Coolly Progressive. I need to get to the other ones. I've just been busy since that first episode came out. Nobody is good with the pointy hat. This must be for Nevin. Watch me forget to give it to him. My final time trying to be efficient but not using speedrun strats was like 28 hours. Blind and thoroughly played unless you peek at some stuff or have something spoiled for you. Looking at 45 to 50 hours. That sounds about right. Thank you. The sacred ship, dubbed the Providence, has long been enshrined here. But if you think you can just wander on board, you've got another thing coming. Without the Elder's permission, this is as close as you'll get. Where is he? Oh, wait. Do I need to show you the missive? You can remind me about the pointy hat later. I am asking you all now to remind me about giving Nevin the pointy hat. Oh, okay, fine. It's not a bizarre situation where I had to use an item. Hey, Grey Castagne, how are you doing? Do they know how bleedin' far I've traveled to get a look at their bleedin' ship, only to be told I need bleedin' permission from the bleedin' elder? Yes. Okay, so he wasn't here. Wait, did I not talk to everyone who's important? Wait, no, you are the elder. I just didn't talk to you. I just walked right past you. By the infinite and unknowable wisdom of the goddess, you have found your way here. You desire an audience with me, I take it? Yes. Now patience is not a virtue that the goddess has granted me an infinite supply of. What precisely was it that you wanted? I brought you a letter. Saigan hands the royal missive over to the elder. Well, so thanks to the divine will of the goddess, King Somnus has awoken, and not before time. But no sooner does he awake than he requests that you be given free use of our sacred ship. This is no trifling demand. Is there not a perfectly good ship at the castle? I find this puzzling. As the goddess moves in mysterious ways, so too, it seems, does King Somnus. This request may have come directly from the king, but our people answer only to the goddess herself. I cannot lend you the ship. Please accept my apologies, but your journey has been in vain. Sorry, no world saving for you. We all secretly adore Murdaugh. You bitch. Give me your boat. It's Nevin. Grandfather, I have returned. Nevin, you are back. How are your studies progressing? I often feel that I should be offering lessons to the teachers. That is as it should be. I have schooled you well, for the destiny that awaits you is no ordinary one. Sup? May I ask who these visitors are? They don't look much imbued with the spirit of the goddess. They brought a missive from King Somnus of Somnia requesting use of our most sacred ship, the Providence. But surely you cannot countenance allowing these vagabonds to treat the ship as their own, Nevin. Nevin, I was hoping you'd be on my side. Do not fear, my child. I told them in no uncertain terms that the ship will not become their plaything. I take it then that you have no more business here? Do you think it would be rude to ask you to leave? I hate everybody in this town. Urgh. Oh. Oh. What's that? Are you getting a divine message? Nevin, can you hear me? It is you whom I seek. You must not send these visitors away, for your destiny lies with them. Together you must embark on a voyage to the Isle of Murdaugh aboard the Providence. You know, I am noticing one thing about the story in this game. The other games never really have much like full-on divine intervention and guiding hands. This one though, man, the goddess will not get her hands out of it. She's like, nah, nope, no, you're supposed to go over there. Nope, you need to go that way. Like, she's having to be really forceful getting the world saved this time around. Everyone else just kind of figured it out. Like, this is the B team of Dragon Quest heroes. Nevin, what is it, my child? What is it that afflicts you? It has been decided we must allow our visitors free use of the Providence, and I will join them. What? Why the sudden change of heart? It is not like you. A higher power made the decision, not I. The goddess deigned to speak to me. But wait, this can only mean the visitors who stand behind us? Before us are the heroes spoken of in legend. Indeed, that may be so, but it is impossible for us to know. All I know is that we must break the seal and return the Providence to the ocean. What will happen beyond that? Only the goddess knows. But I must witness it with my own eyes. I must go. The goddess has spoken, and it is not in our power to ignore her divine voice when it calls. I cannot stand in your way. I have seen how your powers have grown, and I know the heavens have their own plans for you. Go, my child. It is time to break the seal. It is time for the Providence to set sail once more. Okay, so I definitely got way further than this. Because, again, I remember Carver getting his memories back, and I remember the Haxorus battle with Terry. Saigan, what have I missed since the last LP? Somebody else fill them in, please. Did I break these? I can't remember if I broke those. That was because you're a dick. It wasn't because I wanted to do it. It's because you're an asshole. Blessed Nevin, the chosen one, you have come! You say the seal must be broken and the Providence must take to the seas again? If you say it must be done, then so it must. Please proceed to the shrine. Come, it is time! So, what do they have on sale? That is a good-looking ship. I tell you what. Each and every day we tended to the ship, ensuring it remained seaworthy for when this day finally came. Wait, you mean it's never actually been in the ocean? Once the seal is broken, the Providence will be lowered directly into the river below. Are you ready to break the seal and set sail? Very well, it is time for us to embark on our quest. Our destinies are entwined. Nevin joins the party. O goddess, since ancient times the people of Ghent have served as your most faithful vassals. Now that I break the sacred seal of the Providence, I pray that you will gift us wind in our sails. Latin? Devotior mercu votaru instiator. O goddess, hear my prayer. Who is Nevin? He is a priest who the goddess has spoken to and has said, hey, these guys need the boat. Go with the guys who need the boat. Yes, the goddess in Dragon Quest is most certainly a she, with the shining exception of 7. Seven very certainly has a male god. Because gods have genders for some strange reason. Oh, and 9. Yeah, well, there was like a pantheon going on in 9. So there was a goddess in 9 who was a child of God, the creator, in 9. 9 actually had much more fleshed out divine characters. Whereas other Dragon Quest games just kind of use them as Deus Ex Machina plot devices. We got a boat! I'm on a boat! I got my flippy floppies. Wait, where are we going? Nevin, go back. I wanted to do some more... Nope. We've arrived at the Isle of Murdaugh. Nevin, I'm not ready. Shall we get going then? Hold on, I think I better stay here. What? You come all this way just to quit now? Now, there's no need to force her. Besides, it's best that someone remains with the ship. Ashlyn, keep watch over the Providence for us, okay? You got it. Sorry to drop out like this. Oh, by the way, do you want me to put my gear in the bag for you? I do, yes, because I gave you the fancy enchanted armor, and now you're just like, I don't want to fight. Tell me more about that fictional pantheon, Sai. Talk to me with that exotic accent of yours, and talk to me dirty about ancient mythological deities in a video game. Should I do, like, a books on tape, like, audiobook Edith Hamilton's mythology? Is that a thing that you guys are interested in? Yeah, I gathered that I should put the enchanted armor on someone else. I don't need that advice, thank you. As a Dragon Quest fan, do you think I would enjoy any of the Final Fantasy games? Most certainly a lot of the early ones, man. The early Final Fantasy games were very similar to Dragon Quest. Oh my god, Nevin, please. Yep, you're getting the enchanted armor. The enchanted armor is just going to go to whoever's, like, just fucking terrible at the time, I guess. Oh man, can we totally stay here? For a DQ fan looking to test the waters with Final Fantasy, I'd recommend either 4 or 6. That's fair. FF1 on the GBA has a lot of similarities to very early DQ. I would personally suggest that one. And I would also suggest playing FF1 before playing 9, because 9 it does have ties to 1, and it's got some really cool oh shit moments if you've played 1. I think DQ3 is better than FF3. Absolutely. I don't think that's really in question. But I think that Final Fantasy VI is better than most of the Dragon Quest series. The problem with Final Fantasy is that you just don't have consistency as far as the quality of game is concerned. They try a lot of new things, and that appeals to a wider audience, but you don't have a consistency among them. So I would say play the American releases, actually. Final Fantasy 1 is good. Final Fantasy 4 is... Final Fantasy 4 has a really stupid story, but so long as you go in with expectations of the story being dumb, it's very enjoyable, especially for the gameplay. And 6 holds up so well. 6 is still one of the best RPGs that I have ever played. And yeah, read up about the American numberings or it gets confusing. So, can I use this boat, or it's just kind of hanging out here? Nobody else is using it. Breaking pots. What about the Tales games? I find the Tales games boring. The place is dead, aye. But if there's another ship here, that means somebody else besides us must have made it onto the island. Who's my favorite DQ girl? Elena's the girl that you take home. Having said that, though, the dancer from 4, Jessica... Martina. Oh shit, what was her name? What was her name? Senya? Was it Senya? And of course, Sylvia. Nobody can forget about Best Girl Sylvia. Symphonia is a great starting point. It's funny that you say that, Godeki, because Symphonia is the one that I put 20 hours into and was bored out of my skull. I just don't care for the Tales games. I see the appeal in them, but I cannot get into them. Maybe if I was playing them multiplayer. Maybe. What do you have for a weapon? The Staff of Ghent. What does it do? Well, it can be used as a tool during battle, so that's something. Nope, it looks like the boat only goes to 2 places. Can you wear this? Of course you can't. The staff is a mid-heal? Fantastic. So it's like a shield of strength then. Okay. It is that time that we grind. Which one are you referring to when you say the small child we hate when? Because they're all like 14. This is a JRPG. I hate it when they do that. Here's 4 damselflies. They're in separate groups. Who doesn't like grinding? I never complain. Unless the grinding goes on for too long. And then... Is it time for Sai to get more booze? It might be. Then again, I've already had like 3 beers since getting home. Not because like... Oh my god, I really need to drink beer, but it's the coldest drink that we have in the house, and it's stupidly hot. Are you talking about Ashlyn? Well, she's a runaway teenager, as the game has informed us. And that sets her as old as everybody else in JRPGs ever. Yeah, Dragon Quest's not actually too grindy, with the exception of certain games. Dragon Quest X, when it first released, was very grindy. Dragon Quest 1, especially the original NES version, is like super damn grindy. Two was definitely grindy, but it had better pacing compared to Dragon Quest 1. Carver is 21 on the wiki. Ladies, there you go. Carver is legal. Or dudes. I'm not going to judge. Whatever. Carver's legal. I think that's a good thing for everybody. Do you guys see how quickly that man can build a shed? Put a ring on it. I tried to play DQ2 once and got lost. No one is going to blame you. Who is my favorite Dragon Quest villain? Pissarro. Pissarro, definitely Pissarro. He's the most fleshed out of them. Because he doesn't... That's the best thing about Pissarro, is he doesn't feel like a villain. And that makes him a fantastic villain. Is when you... Because when you see his side of the story and everything, you say, I would probably do the exact same thing. Yep. Favorite DQ villain is hard to say since they just sit in the background. Evil Greg is an excellent choice. Dual Magus was a pretty good villain, but he also suffered from Golbez syndrome, where he kind of gets replaced. Although Rapthorn's around long enough for you to actually appreciate that Rapthorn is the villain. How does Dragon Quest XI stack up with Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger? So before I say this, I have to qualify that I like Chrono Trigger. I think that it has aged very, very well. Chrono Trigger to me is not as good as a game as the fans make it out to be. But when I say that, still recognize that I think it is one of the finest 16-bit RPGs. I think it's better than Earthbound. I don't think it's better than some of my favorites. Like, I like Secret of Mana more. I like Final Fantasy VI more. I like Phantasy Star 4 more. Dragon Quest XI is the first game since Final Fantasy VI to usurp Final Fantasy VI. It was incredible. I liked it more than DQ8. I liked it more than FF6. I liked it more than Phantasy Star 4. I liked it more than my 3 favorite JRPGs. It doesn't do anything new. It's polished so well that it doesn't do anything wrong. I have no complaints about 11 at all. So that's my feeling on 11. FF6 is overrated. The characters are almost completely interchangeable, and the gameplay and the story goes to shit in a hurry after the floating continent. What? What game did you play? The character's almost completely interchangeable in the gameplay? What? How? I mean, some of them aren't that interesting, like Umaro. But you're trying to tell me that, like, Realm and Edgar play the same way? Or that Mog and Celas play the same way? Or that Locke and, fuck, I can't remember his name. The Blue Mage, the old guy, play the same way? Same way? Espers determine pretty much anything. They're just blank slates gameplay-wise. 7 was worse about it because it ditched the few unique abilities. I mean, if you want to... Yeah, Strago. That was his name. Thank you, We Hate One. If you want to, yeah, you can just grind up your Espers and use them to control the flow of the game. But at that point, you're really just min-maxing and over-grinding. See, I never got the feeling, Truth, that Terra was supposed to end up with Locke. Oh, that was an actual level. I thought that was a stream alert for a second. No, Locke's just a nice guy who likes shinies, and he's got that tragic past that you find out about later that really shows a lot of why he is so into Celas. Ceres. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just being nice towards Terra. Edgar is hitting on Terra hard. FF5 is by far my favorite from the 16-bit era. FF5 did a lot of really interesting things, but for me, the game got too boring to finish after the battle on the bridge. The battle on the bridge itself, I think, was the high point. Like, one of the best parts of the entire Final Fantasy series. It's one of the most memorable parts of the entire series. And then it was just so boring afterwards. Realm hits on Edgar once. All right, I forgot about that. And it was really funny because she's like 12. And Edgar's like, I don't know how to turn down a child. There's more to me about Terra having to rely on Locke than anything, what with not knowing anything about what was going on with herself in the world. Well, she gets over that pretty quick. I mean, Terra regains her memories before even the halfway point of the game, doesn't she? Yeah, RPG Nova, it is really strange to me that 3 and 4 got such excellent remakes and they haven't touched 6. Everyone's been clamoring for 6. I would even understand a remake of 5 at this point. I would encourage a remake of 5 at this point. And I don't see the remake of 7 happening anytime soon, considering they completely trashed everything that they had. 6 aged incredibly well for what it was. It doesn't need a remake. I 100% agree with you, but I would love to play through 6 with modern graphics. In the same way that I feel that, 3 and 4 got really great, beautiful remakes. I think 5 and 6 deserve the same. Do they need them? No. But did 4 need one? Not really, but they did do a lot of really great things with the remake on 4. It's because FF6 didn't do well in Japan, from what I've heard. Really? Four absolutely did not need 2 sequels, and that's one of the reasons why Sakaguchi left the company, is he wasn't a big fan of DLC and sequels for the Final Fantasy games. He feels about Final Fantasy the same way that Yuji Horii feels about Dragon Quest, is that when it's released, it should be a complete package. The game should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Hey, Sora Wolf, how are you doing? I do have the guy with the glasses and the funny hat. And for whatever reason, Ashlyn doesn't want to be on the team anymore. What about FF6 with FF4 DS graphics? I'd go for it. I'd still go for that. Sakaguchi would hate 15, right? And it's one of, like, I want to play 15, but first of all, I need to finish, the Dragon Quest stuff for the channel. But also, when do I buy 15? When is 15 done? It looks great. I'm loving watching Perry play it. It seems like a lot of fun. It feels like they really built on 12's idea of an open world. When is the game going to be finished? I don't know how much longer I should grind on these guys. Probably until we can buy all the gear. That tends to be the usual best case. Hey, ODF Gaming 27, how are you doing? No way Nevin could be Sai in disguise. Sai doesn't have baby face. You guys haven't seen me shaved. Cleanly shaven, I do have a bit of a baby face. It's not like full on baby face. It's just like I look like I'm 17 again. A sorcerer appears. We should check on available gear right now, I think. Grab another cutlery sword for the upcoming boss fight, but I think I'm going to stick with... Ow! The boomerang for now, for clearing out enemies. The DLC chapter should have just been in the game. Absolutely, and I'm sure Sakaguchi would agree with you. And that is why Sakaguchi left Square. Did I say cutlery sword? I meant cautery sword. Wasn't it because of Spirits Within? No. Although he took responsibility for Spirits Within and got demoted from management back to focusing on game production because of Spirits. When was the last time Mistwalker put out a game? A couple of months ago. They're still doing really well with their Terra Battle series on mobile. Which, Terra Battle's actually okay. It's just like... I think with Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon failing to make a permanent mark in like the RPG landscape, I think Mistwalker really had to change gears. A real game, not a mobile game. Ooh, harsh. Spirits Within is a serviceable movie if only it didn't have the Final Fantasy name on it. Agreed! 100%. But that's where things kind of get interesting, because if only it didn't have the Final Fantasy name on it. If you were to take somebody and have them play through Final Fantasy VII and have them play through Final Fantasy XII, would they be able to know that they are from the same series? Nevin can use the Morning Star. Let's give this to Nevin. He can still use the staff as an item. Advent Children, I think, is some of the best that FF7 has to offer. It's really unfortunate that to make FF7 really enjoyable, you have to play all the extra stuff and watch all the extra stuff. I really enjoyed Advent Children for what it is, but I also really enjoyed Spirits Within for what it was. I remember going and seeing Spirits Within with my friends shortly after it came out, and we did it for my birthday, and I was stoked about it. And I enjoyed the movie on my first view of it, shortly after finishing Final Fantasy VII. And when we got out of the theater, I immediately knew that it was not going to do well, because my friends were like, where was Cloud? Just immediately right there, it's like, oh no, this movie's gonna fail. People wanted this to be Final Fantasy VII, the movie. And what they got was Sakaguchi storytelling in movie form. Oh, Dirge of Cerberus is trash. I was excited for that one, and it was garbage. I could not get into it at all. Do I like the Dragon Quest XI character name changes for the Western version? Some of them, not all. I don't think that Martina needed to be changed to Jade. I do like that Camus. Nobody can agree on how his name is pronounced. I do like his name change to Eric. Greg, I loved that there was a villain in Dragon Quest XI named Greg. His name changed to Hendrik. Like, I get it, but I'm always going to call him Greg. No, we have never lost Evil Greg, Firewolf. So long as we keep our memories of Evil Greg in our heart, and we refer to Hendrik as Evil Greg will never die. Look at it this way. Who out there actually calls Gabo rough? Or do they just call him Gabo? It's the same thing with Greg. We're just going to call him Greg. It doesn't matter that they changed his name to Hendrik. He is Greg. Did they change Sylvia's name? I think they changed Sylvia's name. I was really concerned about what they were doing with Sylvia, but like, the new name, I forget what it is. The new name fits all right, and, well, the voice actor isn't what I had hoped for. I think it does fit. Sylvando. It's okay. Like, it's not as good as Sylvia, but it's passable. And the voice acting, I think, can still work based on the limited amount of voice acting that we've heard for him. Her. Because Sylvia's best girl. Have I ever played Wild Arms games? Personally, no. I did hang out with a friend while he was playing through Wild Arms 3, and it looked pretty cool. I really enjoyed Grandia 2, and I played through a bunch of Grandia 3. I've played through some of Grandia 1. My issue with Grandia 1 was that my only copy of Grandia 1 is for the Saturn, And I was playing that well before I'd started studying any Japanese, so you can imagine how that went. Morningstar hits entire groups. That's nice. I think we need to heal after this. Millie's completely out of MP. Nevin is just about dry. How good is my Japanese? I am still below N5 level. It doesn't go that low, but I'd say like N7. It's a vast improvement over when I started playing Dragon Quest X. But, you know, nothing times 10 is still nothing. Only name localization I don't like is Nira. I prefer Flora. Flora's okay. I don't like her character much to begin with anyways, so I don't really care. I was always just like, hey, here's your childhood friend who you grew up with and already have feelings for. Or here's this blue-haired girl who you've never met. Who do you want to marry? I know she's got her fan base. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm a Bianca man for life. But we've had other name changes that are welcome. I've mentioned it before, but Angelo's name change is perfect. It takes a bit of courage to turn down Bianca. It takes a bit of courage to say no to true love. That's all I heard. See, I understand why Deborah's there, because there's going to be certain fans who are going to be like, yeah, I want Deborah. I want that. I want a girl who's going to be mean to me. And you know, you guys are completely welcome to go for whoever you want. Deborah's just not my type. We humble citizens of Ghent live our daily lives in a spirit of gratitude to the goddess. If it weren't for her grace and goodwill, we wouldn't be able to enjoy this fine food. Thank you, goddess. I mean, all of the work that you people put into it. Go on, gobble it up, that's right. What with feeding the cattle and tending to my husband, I don't have a single solitary second to myself. Showing gratitude to the goddess is all well and good, but how about showing some gratitude to me once in a while? Spirit of gratitude indeed. Sometimes I wish I had never left my village to come here. Dude, give your wife some attention, man. Angelo's original name was Kukuru. It's Kukule. Kukuru. And it's just, Angelo's so much better. So much better. Is there not a freaking church here? Oh, there it is. That's right. It's next to the inn, attached to the inn, but with a separate door from the inn. Yeah. Nobody's going to disagree with that. Kukule was Angelo's original Japanese name. It does sound like a type of bird. Yeah, that's how you spell it, Truth. It's a dumb name. Do I have a copy of Wild Arms? That's a good question. Let me check. I'm not actually sure what's in my PS1 library. Oh my god, I'm trying to knock my desk over. Do I have Wild Arms? I have Sayuki. I have Tactics Ogre. I have, what is this? You're not an official case. That's Silent Hill. The Tenchu games. No. No, I don't think that I have that one. I have the Misadventures of Trondon. I have the Rockman Dash games. Saga Frontier, Kingsfield 2. Yeah, no, I don't have Wild Arms. I could have sworn I had one of them. Oh, hey, Aura snuck in. How you doing? What did you miss? Yeah, lots of gaming talk. And a ton of grinding. There's been a lot of grinding. We got Nevin in the group. And naturally, he starts off just a limp noodle. So, we're grinding, buying gear. Then we're going to head off to fight Murdaugh. Again! But this time, the real Murdaugh, not another fake Murdaugh. Absolutely, for sure, going to be the real Murdaugh this time. Cautery Sword. We also discussed who best girl is in DQ. Elena's the one that you take home. Or Bianca. Elena or Bianca are both very wifeable. Thoughts on Persona 5? Haven't played it yet. Yeah, and even the DQ games that don't directly throw the main character in jail will throw somebody else in jail. Yeah, we've already had the best girl conversation. Elena or Bianca, as far as wife material. And then there's a list of other amazing women in the series who I wouldn't necessarily marry. Jessica, best girl? Mm-mm. I mean, Jessica's great. She's easy on the eyes, but she's kind of bossy. She's a bit spoiled. I don't see Elena settling down to marry anyone, which really leaves Bianca as being, like, the most reliable choice. Wait on Persona 5 until Garrett is off to college. Dude, it sucks whenever I, like, I've had Xenoblade X sitting on the shelf, and I'm really interested in it, despite the negative reviews I'm hearing on it. There's still a lot of positive stuff, and it sounds like the stuff that people have problems with aren't things that are going to bother me. I didn't say she's spoiled, like not fully spoiled. She's a bit spoiled. She's kind of a rich girl. She's got a bit of an attitude. Elena will eventually get married, but the dude will have to be able to beat her at arm wrestling. Good luck unless you're literally God. See, I think that's where you're wrong. I think that Elena, instead of finding somebody who can stand on the same level as her as a fighter, like, I think that Kirill is still a really good choice for her because he complements her so well. I think he just needs to get over his wet blanket attitude and support her instead of telling her that things are too dangerous. And I think that once he gets over that, then she'll start seeing him as a man. Best girls in Dragon Quest. Senya also. Senya from DQ11. Right, Mel? I have to believe that Kirill has a chance. I can't picture Elena with anyone else but Kirill. Stella and Pavo. Wow. Maya and Nina are both great. It's the first time I've ever heard somebody speak so fondly of Stella, though. I forgot the name of the game where you play as a slime. That would be the Slime Mori Mori series, also released as Rocket Slime. Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime here in the US. What about Anna Lucia? Oh, why do you have to open up those memories? Why do you gotta bring up Anna Lucia? You know how I feel about her. Roman Frank saying Pippa from DQ Builders. Which one was Pippa? I didn't play the English release. Or is that the Japanese name? And I just haven't retained it. Builders was a long time ago. The first girl? She seemed too young. Ogre women in Dragon Quest X is a beautiful answer. Thank you, Aura. No, you can play Rocket Slime 2 on emulator, Corey. Wait, Rocket Slime 2? Do you mean Slime Mori Mori 2? Because that's Rocket Slime. The only one that we got outside of Japan is actually the second one. Is this an older version of Dragon Quest VI? This is the DS version of the game. It's not the mobile version, which is newer, but it's based on this version. Patty in Dragon Quest IX. Patty, I think, is a good choice. The mermaid lady from 11. Let's just not talk about 11 anymore. No love for Erin. Erin was also good. You know I've got room in my heart for Erin. She's our happy cheer girl for when I get, subscriptions and things. How would I feel if a DQ character got into a Smash Brothers game? It's interesting to me how consistently that question comes up in every stream. I think that a Dragon Quest character in Smash Brothers would be great for Smash. It would be great for Dragon Quest. My fear of a Dragon Quest character being released in Smash Brothers is I don't think we need another sword-using clone. I would like them to bring in someone else. So I think bringing in Rocket from Slime Mori Mori would be great. Or maybe doing something else with one of the more popular characters. Really, the only use of doing a Sword and Shield another Sword and Shield user in Smash would be having the palette swaps be like the different heroes. DQ5 hero for Smash, that could work because he uses a staff. Elena? That would be great if Elena's final smash was just Kirill spamming whack. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's too many sword users in Smash already. Cloud is also in Smash. My favorite DQ girl is Valley Girl Stella. Only when Perry's doing the voice. You looking for something? Oh, okay. Sure. How did they go in the trash? No, use the one that's plugged into it. It's like super short, but...
That's okay. This means I can't lay down till tomorrow. Till I still win my
You know who could be fun and different in Smash while it's on topic? Simon Belmont or Alucard. That would require Konami allowing them to license more than Snake. Stella for Smash? I'd go for that. No, Stella needs to be an assist trophy. And yeah, Pissarro being in the game seems like just bait for people claiming that he's a Sephiroth clone. Yangus would be cool. I said yesterday that I'd take literally any Dragon Quest character in Smash. I would even take Prince Charmless. What if they had a DQ roster and you switch around like Pikmin trainer? That could only work if they were doing like the hero from 5 and he was using like a Slime, a Sabercat, and something else. Mori would be cool. Mori would be another option for having a switchable character like the Pokemon trainer. Spoony Bard for Smash. Any DQ character, even Kanik? Dude, I said I'd take Prince Charmless. Of course I'll take Kanik over Charmless. You know, at this point, we really just deserve a Dragon Quest fighting game. Like, why are we even talking about Smash at this point? We have this massive roster of characters. We could totally get a Dragon Quest-themed arena fighting game. Could be like Smash, could be like Soul Calibur, could be like Samurai Showdown. Doesn't even matter to me. Schleiman Tank would be a good assist trophy or Final Smash. Be careful asking about that. We saw what happened with Dissidia NT. Yeah, but let's not let Dissidia NT poison our memories of the first two Dissidia games, because they were quality. More mad they don't have a TCG yet? Dude, they totally do. It's just not available in the West. And they also have one that's kind of on the Hearthstone model in Japan. There's been a couple. Dragon Quest Heroes Brawl, I'd go for it. But yeah, if Dissidia NT has shown us anything, like, they really need to be careful about who develops the game. And I think that Dragon Quest, since Dragon Quest is such a traditional role-playing game, I feel that it would do better as a traditional fighting game. Okay, I am going to take a short break, but I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you all soon. All right, we're back. We're back. What are we missing about? Oh no. Oh no, I walked away from chat for 5 minutes again. Although it looks like, in fairness, most of the blame falls on Grey Castagne. So, Grey Castagne, time to ring the shame bell. Shame. Shame. Holy crap, I'm not buying 9 Cartery swords. What are you doing, game? Okay, we are good on the Morning Star. We're good on the Steel Broadsword. We're good on all that. So we can still pick up a second Cartery sword for help during the Murdaugh fight, because Saigan could equip that. Let's take a look at armor, though. Iron helmets, we're good. 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 Cloak of Evasion would help out Millie. Some full plate armor would be welcome for Saigan and Carver. Let's grab the Cloak of Evasion first. It was Aura? You're blaming Aura? I mean, it's believable, but it's also equally believable that you started it, so I don't know who to believe. What's the most memorable boss fight I've encountered in a Dragon Quest game? Draco Lord. It's an incredibly simple boss fight, but Dragon Quest was my first RPG. I think it was the first game that I beat that had a final boss. And it's a memory that's always going to stand out in my mind. So yeah, Draco Lord. And that joking real final boss now? Yeah, because, like, he was really scary. So I was taking my time. I was making sure to heal. So when he changed forms, it was like, oh, he's been defeated. I was like, oh, man, I did it. And then he's like, no, fuck you, I'm a dragon. Like, oh God. Oh, God, why? You know, as if finding your way through Charlotte Castle as like a 5 or a 6-year-old isn't hard enough to have the final boss dupe you and be like, nope, the real battle fight starts now. It's ingrained in my mind. I still love that boss fight music. The orchestrated version of it holds up a lot better, of course. But, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I was so excited when Garen got there last year, and he fought the Dragon Lord and defeated him. And Caden has recently started playing Dragon Quest as well, because they're all really interested in DQ11. They saw the trailer for 11, and they're like, this is Dragon Quest? Can I play Dragon Quest? I want to play Dragon Quest. Like, that's right. That's right, you do. Because Garen is actually 3rd generation in my family to beat the first Dragon Warrior. It has gone for 3 generations now. Hopefully it's something that I'm able to keep in the family. Maybe one day one of the boys will take over the channel. Maybe they'll both take over the channel. I don't know. They might have their own channels, and that's fine too. I don't know. Pissarro was also a very memorable boss fight. I was playing 4 without any prior knowledge of 4 and without a guide. So I also went in without the freaking horn. So I didn't know that I could have access to my entire party. Did my dad stay a gamer? No. He lost interest after Final Fantasy. So we got the Nintendo. And we played Mario together, and then we played Dragon Quest together, and then he played Final Fantasy, which that one was really rough for me because we beat Dragon Warrior on the same day. Like, I beat it hours after he beat it. But Final Fantasy only had that one save file, so I had to wait months for him to finish Final Fantasy so I could play that one. And when I started playing Final Fantasy, he picked up Legend of Zelda 2. Link's Adventure. And that's the last video game I remember him playing. Yeah, unfortunately, I was playing Dragon Quest IV, as I tend to play Dragon Quest games, and not paying attention to what's going on. So I totally went in without the horn, and I got to his 7th and final form, whatever his final form was, before just running out of fucking steam, and I had to go and do it again. But I ground up for a while. I went and I hit the Metal King Slimes hard. And I went back, and I did it again without the horn. And it wasn't until after I'd finished the game that I was talking to a friend about it. And he was talking about how hard it was until he realized he could use the horn to summon his party. And I glared at him. He's like, "Oh God, did you not find that out?" Party for that fight, by the way, doing it without having the wagon there, was the hero, Kirill, Mina, and Boria was who I used. Yeah, we didn't have Dragon Quest II or a Super Nintendo to get Final Fantasy II for when it came out, so my dad just kind of stopped playing video games there. Hey Zergy, how you doing? If Final Fantasy II is anything like Zelda 2, right? And it's not even that Zelda 2 is even a bad game. It's just, can you imagine coming off of 2 traditional RPGs and then playing that? Like, those were my starter RPGs too. And then, I moved more into computer RPGs for a few years because we had Ultima 6, The False Prophet. And that was my go-to RPG for years. That was an incredibly intelligent game. Yeah, going from like computer RPGs to early console RPGs. Early console RPGs are incredibly simple compared to those early computer RPGs. CRPG stands for Computer RPG. Usually when people say CRPG, they're talking about the old series, things like the D&D Gold Box games, Wizardry, Might and Magic, Ultima, those games. Stuff like Gold Box would be D&D licensed stuff, like Eye of the Beholder, Pool of Radiance, those games. First thought was King's Quest. Another good series, but no, not like King's Quest. Although I suppose you could make an argument for King's Quest qualifying, but... I really appreciate CRPGs, but they're really hard for me to enjoy because I'm more used to modern games being younger. Yeah, RPG Nova, and a lot of the early CRPGs did not age well and are like super buggy. As I discovered going back and trying to play the DOS version of Wizardry last year. This was something that I didn't stream. It was something that I just wanted to do on my own time. And man, Wizardry did not age well. If you want to play the good versions of Wizardry, you have to play like the Japanese console releases of them because they fixed everything in those. My first Dragon Quest game was 8 on the PS2. You were spoiled then because 8 is so good. But I'm sure that also turned you into a massive fan of the series. Do I think Dragon Quest X will ever come to the West? No. That's the short answer. I think that Dragon Quest X had an opportunity to come out in the West, but I think we're too far past that opportunity. I think it would be a waste to try and release it now. I mean, if it did come out, I would absolutely pick it up and play it again. Got hooked on DQ thanks to a preview disc in Shonen Jump for DQ8. Ah, I totally bought that issue just for the preview disc. And it was just like 2 areas that you could play. There was a dungeon that you could play, or you could roam around on the field on the road towards fudge. The road that had the Riverside Chapel. That was a good demo. Hey, Novel Pilot, how's it going? Do I think Dragon Quest X would be a console port? I think that would be a mistake. I think that Dragon Quest X would do best on PC here, and it's one of the best bits of news is that we're getting Dragon Quest XI ported to PC. Switch would also definitely be a great choice. The Switch is doing very well right now. It's getting a lot of Dragon Quest ports. PS4, I would want it to come out on the PS4 naturally, but Sony has been very stubborn about cross-console play this generation. I think that getting a PC port of a mainline Dragon Quest game is going to be massive for the series. And if we could see a PC port of every game in the series, that would be freaking huge. That would be amazing. Who is your favorite Dragon Quest main hero character based only on appearance? Main hero character? Okay, main hero character. Ooh. Not 11. 11 is out. Which appearance? Are we talking like original appearance as shown in Toriyama's character design, or are we talking about reimaginings? Default look. Ooh, that's a hard one. I really like 8, but that's because 8 was like my first and only cosplay that I've never actually done anything with, aside from putting it on to take a picture for Discord. Fudge. It's a toss-up between 3 and 4. Gosh, I hate Grim Grinners. The only thing I hate more than Grim Grinners are things that use iron eyes. I'm going to lengthen this fight because I'm an asshole. That's what they say. That's what they sound like. As much as I like Toriyama's art, he has very few hairstyles. Yeah, but I mean, I think he just gets picked on it more. If you look at the Final Fantasy games, look at the majority of Final Fantasy heroes. And it's funny, too, though, because as soon as, like with Dragon Quest X, later versions of the game where they have main characters in it who aren't designed by Toriyama, they really stand out as not being Toriyama designs. Like, some of them look more like Final Fantasy characters done in a Dragon Quest style. So it's really bizarre to see characters in a Dragon Quest game who weren't designed by Toriyama. Like, they immediately stand out. And they don't feel right. So I don't mind that his art is very easy to pick out, because I like it. I look for it. Austin Young, my favorite is DQ5 or DQ8. Good choices. I don't think there's really a wrong choice. I think we have enough for another Cautery Sword. That is going to sit on the hero until we get to Murdaugh. Oh, shoot. No, we're still not ready yet. Ah, the grind! The grind is real! That's right, we need full plate armor for the hero and Carter. And then we have to buy another Cautery Sword. Have I seen the Dragon Quest anime? Which one? Because there's a couple. Because there's Dino Daiboken, there's Abel, and then there was like an OVA movie. I haven't seen Abel. I've read Dino Daiboken, but I've never actually watched the anime for it. But I did read the entire manga, which was really good, and I highly recommend everybody to watch it. Like, I think that Dino Daiboken should be required reading for fans of the series. It's really, really good, guys. It is really good. You saw all of Abel without subs. See, I really need to sit down and watch Abel. Have I read any of the DQ manga? Yeah, I read all of Dino Daiboken, which was really good. Really, really good. Really goddamn good. I really wish that Dino Daiboken would get like a full proper anime adaptation. But it's like, that was out in like the frickin' 80s, so it's just never going to happen, and it's probably better that way. It did get a anime adaptation, but it was only like 12 episodes long, and that's not enough to give Dino Daiboken credit, because it was an epic. It was a true epic. Dino Daiboken is the one based on 4. Hey, who is that? Soccer! Hey, what's up, Soccer? How are you doing? Thanks for the host. Why are you internet arguing with your mom, sweetie? You know that doesn't go well. No! Oh, God. Oh, God. And this is how we never have to talk to your mom again. Wait, are you going upstairs? Baby. Can I have some more whiskey? Yeah, whiskey. I've switched to whiskey. I had 3 beers and it didn't do anything.
Bernie!
Okay.
Bernie 2020!
Okay, we're still going to need to do some grinding. God, this next fight's going to be so easy. They were like, hey, it's time to go fight the boss. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'm going to go grind for 2 hours. But there was an OVA that I had. And it was one of those like 45-minute movies, and it had the Dragon Quest name on it. It was kind of weird, because it's just like this one dorky kid's adventure into a dungeon, and it was like that 70s animation look. It was weird. I don't know like what it was called or if I could find it again. I had it on my computer before it died. But it died. And now I just don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I could find it again. It was an oddity. I was able to save my my copy of Yasuhiko, though, which is great. If you guys haven't watched Yasuhiko, that's another one. The hero Yasuhiko in the Demon King's Castle, I think that was the name. That one's hilarious. Thank you, love. Have I seen the poison meme from the live-action JRPG show that happened in Japan involving a hero that looks like DQ5 Protag? It's funny that you should bring that up. That's the show that I was talking about, the hero Yasuhiko. And it's great, and it's totally worth watching that show. It is hilarious. That's something we could totally watch, sweetie. We could watch the hero Yasuhiko. It's a Japanese live-action comedy that's a spoof of Dragon Quest. Are you talking about politics? You trying to put politics on my channel? Stop arguing with your mother about politics on the internet. She doesn't read conflicting information to what she likes.
All she posted was zero context, source, or anything.
I know.
She just said Bernie did this.
Sweetie, you're trying to play chess with a pigeon. It's wasting both of your time. You can follow the rules all you like, but she's just going to walk all over the board, knock pieces over, and shit on it. I know you're mad. Shh, God.
I don't do it for her. I do it anybody else who reads and cares.
I said that, didn't I? I said that about debate, didn't I?
You did.
I did.
You said that that's not. You don't
Chad's like, your stepmom sounds lovely, Saigan. Mother-in-law is the correct term. The 45-minute episode you mentioned shouldn't be hard to re-find if you liked it. Looks like Emblem of Roto OVA from 1996. That might have been it. She's arguing with her mom on Facebook. She has like, there's a certain like cadence to her voice when she starts arguing with her mom on Facebook. Hey Saigan, you should do a DQ series retrospective. Austin, it is funny that you bring that up. I'm in the process of writing one. I need to finish 6 before I can do it properly. And then one day in the future, after doing the main series, I will also do one for the spin-offs.
makes me happy. You should be jealous.
Yeah, she likes arguing politics on Facebook. I actually do too. It's just I try and keep it off of my channel because I want the channel to focus on video games instead of I know. And I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm explaining to my chat. I'm all for debate. I love debate. I think that debate is a very important thing when done properly. And I love. You guys wouldn't know it from my channel rules, which are no politics, no religion. I love debating politics and religion, but I want to keep it off of the channel because this is a place for people to go to talk about video games. Saigan, you haven't finished the main story for Dragon Quest X. How can I objectively cover the whole series? I did, though. You can't count version 2 and version 3. I finished the main story for version 1.0. And that's what counts. Everything else is an expansion pack. Quit trying to drag me back into that game. Mel just wants me to play Dragon Quest X with her. And that's fine. Part of me really wants to. And then the other part of me is like, with what time, asshole? Nevin, why are you almost dead? You have a staff that heals you for free. There's no reason you should ever be half dead. Thanksgiving must be lovely at my place. Ha! We're actually really good about not talking about politics. DKTD01. Although Perry thought that it would be great to bring Cards Against Humanity over to her parents' house for Thanksgiving. And the conversation you never want to hear from your mother-in-law is, what's bukkake? At which point, everybody at the table stopped, looked at each other, and was like, I'm not going to tell her. And then, was it Ryan who explained it wrong? Ryan explained it wrong. that was a terrible yet hilarious moment because of how silent we all went. We all just looked at each other like, nope, Breach. Well, when a woman loves a man, and another man, and another man. Yes, love. What? Did you post something? I've seen that, yeah. It's funny. It was funny 2 years ago.
She just threw her meme at you.
I smacked that meme down. I've already seen that picture on the internet. How dare you show it to me a second time? Yeah, chat went really quiet when I brought up that the mother-in-law asking what bukkake is. You guys just went real quiet real quick. I think they're just all laughing. That's my guess. Bless her heart. She was trying to play it with, like, proper comedy. She's like, I just don't have any good cards. I'm like, Michael Jackson is always a good card. My mom had to ask me what a dental dam was after my aunt made a joke. That's a question you don't want to answer. RPG Nova doesn't like Cards Against Humanity? Why not? You can't play Cards Against Humanity too much though. It's like a once a year thing. Huh? That's because Jessica and Bus aren't gamers. They had Betrayal at House on the Hill and they wanted to play Cards Against Humanity instead. Rob's a wet blanket is why. The problem isn't Cards Against Humanity. The problem is Rob.
You need exciting people to play it with. Like me.
Rob, who argued with me about Neo Geo information. Yes, he did. He did. He thought that Neo Geo 4-slot MVSs used a JAMA hookup, and that is fucking wrong. You don't argue with me about Neo Geo arcade hardware. I do. We had to post a picture of it. We had to post a picture and be like, no, Rob, you're fucking wrong. You know how I know you're wrong? Because here's the fucking 4-slot MVS, and that's not a JAMA hookup. Also, here's my game collection. So fuck you, Rob. And then later, he messaged me like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were Steve. Hey, do you want to be Facebook friends? I was like, no! You're an asshole on the internet. You only got nice once you realized who I was. Fuck you, Rob. This has been the longest grinding session I think I've had on stream since Dragon Quest 1. I've never played Apples to Apples. Apparently, it's like one of those games that's like really good for all ages. I'm good on the grind. I haven't bought everything that I want. I'm not good on the grind until I'm going to crush him. Sai, you should check your blood pressure after this stream. No, Gray. Apparently you weren't here for Nier. I was emotionally mad at Nier. I was on the verge of tears from how mad I was at that game. Apples to Apples is fun. It's like Cards Against Humanity, but cleaner. See, that sounds great. That sounds like something we could play with the kids. Because we don't have to explain what bukkake is. Are you done with your homework, sweetie? You are? Shit. Do you want to try watching an episode of the hero Yasuhiko in the Demon King's castle? Oh. Really? Why not? Okay, do you want to spend the rest of your evening scrolling through Facebook and arguing with family members? That was a really long time for her to say shut up. It was. It starts at 9:30, doesn't it? You already checked it. You did, in the car. You were very upset about having a class that starts at 9:30. There it is. I have just realized I have passed over the buzzed limit with my whiskey. I'm drunk, and I'm gonna go fight Murdaugh! I was like, oh God, just watch the one that starts New Game Plus, and you will get all of my opinions about Nier. Grey Castagne had a class that started at 6:45. Perry would have failed that class. There's no removing her from bed at 6:45. Unless it's for work. Work is fine. Not for school. If there's a paycheck involved, she'll get up. I didn't stay at the inn. I need to do that. Drunk stream! It's officially a drunk stream now. You're welcome. Let's go fight Murdaugh drunk. Let's find our way through Murdaugh's castle drunk. Oh, was it anatomy lab? You were dissecting things? Okay, no, she would wake up for that. Was it people? Fuck. This is an actual question from Perry, Gray. Was it people or animals? Because I think what she's going to say, if it was people, she would be up for that class. I didn't stay at the inn, I was too poor. That's what I thought, considering Millie is completely out of MPs. Alright, let's not sell anything important. Shit, everything is important. Okay, we need to save up 50 gold so we can stay at the inn for a night, and then we will go fight Murdaugh. Both. It was both. Non-people and people. Yeah, she said cool. Hey, Sai, I just got an upgrade from Vista to Windows 7, so now I can watch Twitch streams again. Well, welcome to 2008. But for real, welcome to the stream, Flamester at X. It was mostly animals. Aw. Like, I can see you getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to dissect a person. I can't see you getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to dissect a dog. Yeah.
That would make me cry. But I dissected a
See, I didn't like 10 either for the longest time until I started using 10 a lot at work, and I actually really like Windows 10 now. Although at home, I still am on 7.
Oh, Centennial Hall 191.
Oh yeah, we got that money. We got 256 gold. We are rich. We can stay at this inn for a work week. I'm in tech support now. And I have to say, I really prefer working with 10 over working on 7. And that freaks out Perry to hear because I was a naysayer on 10 for a long time. But even just... How long have I been there? 5 months? 5 months. 5 months into working tech support for the county. Holy shit. I love working on Windows 10 machines. Whenever I see a Windows 10 machine or a Windows 7 machine, I shudder a little bit. Like, oh, fuck, it's on Windows 7. I can't have 10, I only have 8. Ew, switch to 7. Switch to 7. If you can't be on 10, go to 7. 8 is horrible, mate. Ugh, tech support? Dude, I love it. I love it so much. Maybe it's because I spent 10 years working in a call center, so it feels amazing to work in tech support, but I love tech support. Go back to 98. That's fair. I would take almost any version of Windows. I would take Windows Vista over Windows 8. I would take Windows Me over Windows 8. Did I save? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. I forgot how fast Street Fighter 2 will put a callus on your thumb. Play it on a stick, you scrub! I like 98. By the way, I don't actually have anything against pad players. Some of the best players in the FGC are pad players. I'm just being a sassy asshole right now because I've had too much bourbon. I like 98, XP, and 10 so far. Those are perfectly good choices. 98 on the surface for most users is going to be indistinguishable from 95. XP is fantastic, and I hung on to XP for as long as I could. 10 was terrible when it came out, but I really like 10 now. I think that 10 is a great operating system where it is now, especially on the 1709 update. I haven't made up my mind on 1803 yet. How do I get to that? One dude didn't know what a power button was. Okay, so yeah, I'm running into a lot of that in tech support, but it doesn't bother me because, again, I worked in a call center before this, and now I'm working for the county. So all of my tech support is internal. So when somebody is just like impossible to work with, I can just walk over to their desk and be like, okay, I'm fixing this for you now. I can't use a stick to save my life. Transitioning from pad to stick takes about 2 weeks, depending on how much you play. I found it was totally worth it because it is far, it's less painful for me to play on a stick. I don't get calluses on my thumb anymore, which is nice. I was a pad player for a long time, though. I just prefer stick at this point. But we've had a lot of really strong contenders come out of playing pad. That Rose player who won Street Fighter 4 at EVO a few years ago was playing on a PlayStation 1 pad, weren't they? Legit question. Thinking about getting into Let's Plays, editing, vlogs. Should I go with an Apple desktop laptop or a Windows desktop computer laptop? Which are you more comfortable with? If you are already comfortable in the Apple and Mac landscape, stay there. If you are already comfortable in the Windows landscape, stay there. Also, if you're a member of my Discord, I can totally help you out with any of the Windows questions that you have regarding editing are concerned. Editing are concerned? English, Saigan. English just goes out the window dependent on how much bourbon I've had, and I've had exactly enough. For editing or playing off of, that's another really good question, because it's going to be much easier to play games on a Windows machine, but Macs, as much as I fucking hate Macs, Macs are really good at the video editing. So it really depends on what you're doing with what. I do everything that I can on a Windows machine. I try to avoid working on Macs as much as I can. It's kind of a joke at work. Todd, one of my bosses, tries to avoid giving me too much work on Macs at one time because he knows that I don't like it. I'm a tech guy who can't speak English good. LOL, hands on fixing A. I have had 3 beers and 2 whiskeys tonight. You cannot judge my technical abilities at this moment. That is unfair. I am handicapped right now. Hey, love. What you up to? You gonna play Metroid? No. Oh. Perry's at the end of Metroid Fusion. She got to Mother Brain and then she just fucking stopped. You did not beat the game-ish. You got to Mother Brain and then you stopped. That's not good enough. Because they added an entire extra portion to the game. You're 2/3 of the way through the game,
No.
sweetie.
No.
Finish the game!
No.
Why won't you finish the game?
No.
Zero mission. She won't finish Zero mission. Help me finish Zero mission. Am I gonna play Xenoblade? I played Xenoblade Chronicles already. Am I gonna play Xenoblade Chronicles X? Yes, eventually. Am I gonna play Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Yes, eventually. After X, after I get a Switch. No. I got a credit roll on Nier. Don't you play that comparison. She did not get a credit roll on Metroid. I beat the final boss in Nier. She did not beat a boss in Metroid. Are you gonna play Garou? Oh, I thought you were gonna play Garou for a second. That would have been so hot for you to be into Garou. You wanna play Dark Souls? You're hot. Just saying you'd been more hot if you got into Garou. What is this shit? Do I want to take the stairs that go through lava or not? Bullshit. Fuck you, game. What are you playing? Oh, you're playing Elder Scrolls Online. I've been watching JoJo and It's Truly a Bizarre Adventure. I can't get past season 1. Like, the music is good. The show's enjoyable enough. Like, it's just not enough to keep me going. I understand that it gets better. Season 1 of JoJo is terrible. I wouldn't say it's terrible. Like, it's not bad, and there's been some good moments. It's just like, it's not enough to keep me going. I feel there's better things I can do with my time. Skip to either part 2 or part 3. I have a really hard time skipping things. I have a really hard time skipping things. The last time I skipped something was season 1 of Parks and Rec. Season 1 of Parks and Rec was so painful. But there was enough persuasion to skip to season 2, and I'm really glad I did. Maybe I should take that as a... That's so loud. Are you going to start playing ESO again? Can we play ESO together again? Maybe. What do you mean network connectivity? You're not logged into PSN. It didn't like it. Did you not pay attention? I'm drunk and playing another game and I noticed what happened. Log into PSN, sweetie.
How do I do that?
I don't remember. Jonathan is one of the weakest characters in JoJo. Apparently he is the weakest character in JoJo. Did I go the wrong fucking... Oh no, I got to the chest I missed. Goodie bag! Goodie bags! Like the poor man's gold golem. What? Are you not logged in yet? Try going to the store. Okay, it looks like you're in. It shows your wallet balance. Go back to ESO now. You might need to close it. Oh, there you go. Server select. Good. Get in that. Why I yawn? Because it was a long weekend and I've been drinking. There's going to be yawning. Play. Or go to server select. Go to play? Just go to play. Yeah, because you've never played on this system before. Use left stick to adjust the corners so that they are visible on your screen. Fuck me. No, this isn't where I need to go. Okay, follow the right hand wall, Saigan. We're gonna get through this. Adjust your brightness levels. What is my favorite party lineup out of the main series of DQ? 11. 11 can do no wrong. 11 is perfect in every way. That's not true. So, the one problem that 11 has is that people who want a full job system are going to be a little disappointed with 11. 11 doesn't really have a job system. No, you should have all your stuff. What are you talking about? Was your character there? Are you loading your character? Skip. Hit circle to skip. It's trying to get you to buy Somerset. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Your character's right there. Purionin, the Khajiit. Shit, you're still a higher level than me. Even though I played for a couple of days without you, you're still a higher level than me. Play whichever character you like playing, sweetie. It doesn't matter about catching up, remember? They made it so that you can play with anyone, anywhere. Which was the best addition to any MMO anywhere. I think it's really neat that her homework was Metroid Zero Mission, though. She was loving Metroid Zero Mission so much until she got to Mother Brain, and then she just gave up. And I need help convincing her to get past Mother Brain. You just didn't find out the trick to Mother Brain. There's a trick to Mother Brain. I liked Fusion. Fusion's fine. It has... Like, I think that Fusion and the original Return of Samus are probably the easiest Metroid games to criticize, but I like Fusion for what it is. Man, this dungeon is not going well. Apparently I cannot dungeoneer properly when inhibited. This looks promising. Design-wise. It's a metal slime! Get him! Oh, he didn't run away! Get him! Why, Nevin? Why would you not just fucking attack him? Oh, he stayed. Get him, get him, get him, get him. That's 2. First metal slime of the game. Where's the celebration, guys? Come on. Oh my god, I totally forgot to test the holy water. I am out of sorts. Organize items. Sort bag. Choke the hero on seeds of skill. You always remember your first metal slime. My first metal slime was in the original Dragon Warrior when I was but a wee lad. My dad had run into them before. They'd all run away after taking no damage from him. I got lucky. I got a critical hit, and then I got what was essentially a free level. And when I told my dad how much experience points metal slimes were worth, he got mad. He got mad. Sweetie, I want you to try and imagine my dad getting mad at a video game. Can you do it? No, she can't. She can't do it. It was a lifetime ago. I have no idea where I'm going. This looks familiar. I don't know how much progress I'm going to make tonight, guys. I might need to just go lay down. Are you a mage? Are you a Khajiit mage? Well, you have a Staff of Frost and you've got some lightning. Which character is this? Is this your main? Oh yeah, I'm totally lost. I'm just like, I'm hitting random directions on the D-pad right now. We'll probably make more progress tomorrow morning. I've got to at least beat this dungeon, brudda. Brudda, I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight, man. Brudda! We're making progress, and I thought we were doing well, and then we're back here, and it looks familiar, and I don't know where I'm going. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I've had enough bourbon and beer. I'm just missing out on Jack. That's a Stevie Ray Vaughan reference. I don't expect anyone here to get it. One Jack, one bourbon, one beer. I don't know that I'm coherent enough to find my way through this dungeon. He does not know the way. It's alright. You guys are here for failure. You don't watch my channel for successes. That's been made clear. RPG Nova suggesting an evac and do it later. Good night, ODF Gaming. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Jack Daniels, bourbon and beer. Yes. It is a song, in fact. One Jack, one bourbon, one beer. It's by Stevie Ray Vaughan. You should go and listen to it. It is excellent. Oh. 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 I left the dungeon. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go back to town. I'm gonna save. Shit. It's not even... I'm not even getting on the right boat. Can I heal in here? I can't even heal. They have these nice 4 beds here, and I'm not allowed to heal in them. But yeah, anyone in chat who hasn't listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan's One Jack, One Bourbon, One Beer should do so. It is excellent. Wow, he's so drunk. I'm not as drunk as you think I am. I'm just drunk enough to not find my way through this dungeon. I'm not near as drunk as I was on... Was it last week when we went and played pool? You were so drunk too. Don't be accusatory. You did beat me at ping pong. I think I'm still bruised from ping pong, actually. I can't tell. It was pretty great, though. Is somebody talking to me from outside? Hello? Flashing light? What's up?